Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial of Dr. Pablo's Setup Shop. This week we have Le Mans again with the BMW GT3. I choose BMW because they nerf a bit the Lambo and Audi. Still very fast cars, but this car have more top speed. So this is the only reason I decided to drive BMW. Basically, I think on the race, even the pace maybe is not the best. Still strong, and you have a lot of top speed, which one is good for the fuel and for the fights, and have a good track position. I did this is VRS conditions, 23, 50% use, and I did 54.5. Could be way better. As you see in 2 laps, I have the optimal already 0.3. But it's Christmas and I don't want to spend a trillion hours doing off tracks because first chicane is so annoying. So yeah, anyway, I think what matters most is the wing is very low, which one I think is advantage to any other setup shop, which ones they are using higher wing than us, as far as I know. So yeah, a bit harder to drive, but I think for the race is the way to go. As you know, you have the telemetry. So I did this lap on my first lap. I mean with fuel tank, not doing VRS tricks, doing laps with low fuel tank. So yeah, we here honest, legit people. Here is the telemetry. Well, I upload the telemetry like every week. You can use it for free on caps for it. This is the lap. And you can check here everything. You can check the setup. It's legit. Is this setup I did this lap? You can compare yourself with adding your lap. I can help you if you don't understand whether you're losing time or any of these things, as you know. So just let you know, reminds you that very important, the telemetry there. If you are losing too much time, you can figure out where. So let's go with the lap. As you see, tire pressures normal, 170, 33 kilos remaining. I'm using quite a lot of brake bias, I think, especially for the last sector. And let's go with the lap. Is this one way to correct, right? Yes. Start. I do a bit less meters, pointing a bit on the middle of the track. Going to the outside, and now we start to steer very light, not too hard because the car is loose. Aiming to the apex here, on the limit a bit. You don't need to do crazy like me. As you see, early lift to help the car to settle and be able to brake. Because if not, if you push too much, it's so easy to miss the corner. So I do a lift here, a slowly lift, and when the car is straight, almost, I hit the brakes, not too hard. And first corner, the most annoying, big cut. I keep a bit of throttle for help the car to be stable on the curve. It's very important on this car, the release, brake release, for make it turn with this new ABS. You need to, it's quite hard, but it helps the rotation a lot. And you see the limit here is the gravel. I am absolutely on the limit. If you touch the gravel, it's a slowdown and you lose so much time. So we sacrifice a bit. And the next one, again, big cut. The limit is more or less the white line on the outside wheels. So I'm absolutely on the limit. And keep throttle over the curve, but not flat out. And here on the exits, you need to be a bit patient to the car is stable again. And you straight the wheel, as you see when I press full throttle. Check here, I straight the wheel immediately, so we don't lose the traction. We aim for this second cone is the limit. The first one doesn't matter at all. But the second cone is the limit. I think you can touch it a bit without a slowdown. But yeah, if you are a bit on this point, a bit more on the left, you will get a slowdown. So yeah, use the reference, this cone on the corner exit. As you see on the board, I always look into this cone. And be sure I don't go a bit on the left. After this cone, you can cut as much as you want. flat out. Be careful to don't touch the grass and lose the car. And again, like first corner, lift a bit early. Even I'm lifting a bit too late, it's better be a bit more safe. Good try braking. Keeping a bit of brake to don't lose the car. You see, not too hard braking, if not you lose the car. I mean, it's very low wind, the setup, so you need to be very careful on these brakings, especially with these elevation change. So just, if you're losing the car, just lift earlier than me here and start get used to the car. We aim to the inside and throttle as soon as we are on the inside. Big cut here is what I do. These outside wheels you put on this curve, but not on the edge, like here. And you need to straight the wheel very fast because of this compression to don't lose speed. Next corner, very tricky. You can gain a lot of time. What you aim is for cut your outside wheels almost on the limit of the curve. I went a bit wide. The setup works good here if you are patient with the throttle. Like, I use always the throttle very early, especially for when you are on the sauces, helps to the stability. You see, I'm pressing the throttle before reach the sauces, but very important on this corner, not flat out, if not you will go straight. You need to keep the throttle but help the rotation. You see, I'm patient till I feel the car is already start to rotate, and the limit is here. You need to have two wheels on the curve, if not it's a slowdown. So very annoying slowdown, especially on the first lap when cold tires and the car is hard and all this dirty air. Yeah, very small braking early and just aim to put your outside wheels on the white line. You see, almost not touching the brakes, just not risking too much, you know, just be sure you hit the corner because it's very important because it's leading to a big straight. Flat out. We have massive top speed. And now, next corner. Use this barrier. I brake a bit earlier than the barrier, we're more or less on the barrier. Just don't risk too much on these corners, too easy to overshot it and lose so much time. If you miss the first curve, you just miss a crazy amount of time, so well. Don't risk it too much. Brake here a bit earlier than the yellow thing. And you aim to cut a bit on the inside. This is almost on the limit, if not it's a slowdown. This helps the car, the rotation. I keep a bit of braking to don't lose the rear all the way. And now brake a bit again to help the nose to rotate to the left. And we aim to cut a bit these curves, which one helps the nose of the car to rotate. And once you are inside, you can press the throttle and the car will rotate. As usual, throttle, but not 100%. Till you are on the exit. And here it's so hard to me to tell you exactly where is the slowdown. I use a reference, this barrier. I know, like, if you go a straight line, looking how the barrier goes, you go till here, you know, more or less. So yeah, it's impossible. You just need to practice a lot to really know. It's around here, the slowdown. But if your wheels are already on the outside, you can still going in the inside. But yeah, it's impossible to me to tell you exactly where is the point. You just need to practice tons of laps and figure out more or less where is it. Again, another straight. I think I missed a bit of time on that chicane, by the way. But yeah, next one, again, a bit earlier than the 100 meters. We go to the outside. I brake quite between, well, the 100 and the 200. And here you aim to the first curve, again, like the last chicane. What I do here, and helps me a lot, I do small movement on the wheel already here. So help me to don't steer suddenly. I will try to show you. This helps me quite a lot to don't miss this corner. You see, I'm doing a small movement to the left. Exactly like this. And now I start to steer more and more and more. But yeah, I do this initial movement like pretty early. Help me to don't miss the corner, because if I do it pretty late, it's so easy to lose the rear or just miss the corner. So. Good from outside. Again, aiming to be on the inside of this curve. I think you can cut a bit less. You need to be a bit patient with the brake, and you see the car will just suddenly, now, bam, rotate again to the left. And the same than the last chicane. Brake again, and on the inside, not too much. The limit here is the outside wheels cannot touch the curve. Again, the same than always. 90% throttle, 85. Wait, be patient for the car rotates, and once it's outside of the curve, and you see you have the rotation flat out. This corner, I've been a bit safe, you know, you can go till here, the off track, the slowdown here. You see these elevations, there is a small elevations on the curve. It's like, there is elevation, which one you cannot go through there. It's hard to say. It's around this one. When you're more on the inside, you need to go earlier. I think now I'm already on the... This is already no off track, because I'm on the track. Yeah. When you go wider, like a lot of times I go more to here, you need to check around this elevation between these two. This second one is slowdown if you touch the curve elevation. I know it's so hard to see, but if you are driving, you will notice these elevations. So you need to be sure you don't go till the second elevation. Flat out, using all the track. Second corner. My second corner, no, I don't know which one. I brake slightly early than these lines. I do a bit of lift, and helps a lot on this car. Lift a bit earlier than brake, and a smooth brake. I brake in pretty late though, but yeah, I brake slightly early than the lines, and now good release to help the rotation of the car. Nice tray braking, and on the limit again. This is absolutely on the limit. You have to aim to don't touch them. I think it's not a slowdown because the BMW is very wide, so allows a bit more. But this on a Ferrari, if you touch this, it's already a slowdown. So just aim to don't touch this cones with the car. I think this one is absolutely on the limit. Throttle, here I lost the rear a bit. You see I lose a bit of time here. I think I entered too early, too tight. I had to correct a bit to don't get the slowdown. I lost a bit of time here. You see, I had to correct and slide a bit, so I lose a bit of time. But yeah, still okay. Not the best corner, but always try to brake early to be back on the throttle very early, because it's big straights. Next corner. Once I'm on the green, almost on the end of the green, braking, but not too hard this corner. You see, I'm not braking too hard here, yes. Aim to this curve, because this curve helps to the front to be stable. I miss it a bit, but try always, you can even touch the curve and it helps the car. If you go a bit wide, you will lose the rear pretty easy. Yeah, I'm braking a bit on the limit too late. Third gear, it's hard to keep third gear, but I think third gear is the fastest way overall if you get used to it. You can use second gear, it's not big difference and it's a bit safer. I get good exit. And here I go absolutely to the outside. And second gear, keeping brake, I aim to touch the inside curve. And once I'm on the inside curve, throttle again, and use all the exit. I will put the board of this sector. Smooth, braking early here. and the same. Second gear. Patient. The car doesn't rotate a lot on these kinds of corners on the entry, so you need to use the brake very well to make it rotate. And this is like the most tricky corner. I think I managed to make the setup as safe as possible for this wing we have. I put 6 gear because on the race you will have a slipstream, so I get used to brake with 6 gear pretty early, helping the car to stabilize. 5th gear and patient, and the car rotates. I think I missed a bit of time because I didn't want to win the lap. Very smooth. And if you are losing the car, the only thing you need to do, lift earlier, brake earlier and smoother. The car is okay here, just I don't think you need to change anything. Just if you are losing the car, just lift early and brake less, or even you can put more brake bias, helps a lot. But already brake bias is pretty high, but if you are struggling a lot and you cannot get used to it, maybe try more brake bias, or if you are losing the car, also brake very early and smooth. It's just the worst part of this track right now with these cars. Throttle early, smooth. Here you can keep flat almost, or a small lift here. I have small lift. And here, always try to keep the throttle to don't lose the rear. As you see, I'm lifting, but I keep throttle. If you lift the throttle, you can lose the rear, so let's keep throttle and now lift and smooth braking. Be patient. Throttle very early to help rotate the car, but not flat out. And here even I fully lift, but even you can keep the throttle, just depends how you do the corner. And here I lost time here. I went a bit wide, so not the best traction. This is where I lost quite a lot of time. And the limit is be on the curve with your outside wheels on this exit. And here I lost so much time on the next sector because I choke. I didn't want to win the lap and maybe I went too safer. I go to the left, to the right, sorry. And from here, I brake straight, aiming to the first cone. The limit is touch the grass. I miss a bit the corner. And here the limit is like this. Don't touch the inside cone. It's more or less. Try to don't overshot these corners. You know, just brake early and later keeps the brake to don't lose the car. But don't try to enter too hard. And again, here I miss a lot this corner. I lost here so much time. I lost like 10 and a half probably between this. Because if you miss this one, I could cut way more. So you miss this corner and you miss the next one and all the exit. So yeah, probably, as you see, I have 110 from my optimal and probably it's even more. It's almost 210s here, but yeah. You can aim a bit, but if you cut more the first one, like I should do, the second one you even don't need to touch almost the red sauces and you can get very good exit. Oh, well, skill issue, as you see, it's not optimal at all to do this, but I overshot the first one, so yeah, the second one is on the wing. And that's it, the lap. Tricky track, but I think this setup will be really competitive. Hopium. On long run, I've been doing 54.5s till the last lap. Last lap is almost can do a 53. Not too much else. Remember, use the telemetry, very important tool for learn how to drive. You can check the corners, like for example, you put your lap here, green, my lap, and you go to turn 1, whatever, and you can see what you are doing different, throttle, braking, you see, you can compare perfectly the values. I'm more than happy to help you if whatever issue you have. And that's all. Thank you very much for the support and Merry Christmas, guys. Holy shit, almost 20 minutes tutorial. No one will watch this.